that's all loaded up. Half a trailer full of, yeah, I don't know, I showed you guys in the video, but I don't know how to call it. But it's half a trailer, pretty full. All loaded with hand, so it was pretty heavy to load. And normally I had to do one more pickup and then I could go to the office to unload. But I just got a message from dispatch asking if I want to go to the south of France for the rest of the week. I was like, south of France? Yes sir! So yeah, now I'm going to the office, disconnect my trailer, pick up another trailer, and then I'm gone for the rest of the week. My week is completely good now. So it's now Tuesday afternoon, it's 20 past 3. I just switched trailers because I don't need my forklift and this is very urgent stuff. So somebody else already filled this trailer for me, so I can just pick it up and yeah, get going to France right away. So today I'm gonna drive my 9 hours till that's finished. I'm gonna take my night rest. Then tomorrow I have 3 customers to deliver near Lyon. And then on Thursday I have 4 customers near Toulouse. And then I have a pickup, but I haven't checked where yet. And that needs to come back to Belgium, very close to where I live, so that's very easy. But I don't think I'm gonna be home on Friday. I think I'm gonna be home on Saturday, which is a little bit annoying because I wasn't prepared for that. And since normally the last few weeks I haven't been going that much international, I only brought food with me for 2 days. But that's not an issue because I'm in the south of France. Plenty of restaurants there where you can sleep with the truck, where you can take a shower in the morning, grab a coffee in the morning. So not really an issue that I didn't bring much food with me. Just forces me to go to the restaurant and enjoy my trip a little bit more than just driving, sleeping at a gas station. And also the trailer is like almost empty. I do have a trailer for a forklift with me, although I don't need a forklift because it's all roof racks which I have with me. I already got past Lille, so traffic should be fine now. I decided to not go over Paris because I might be able to get to Paris, but then I'll be stuck around Paris and I don't know any places to stop there or sleep there. So I decided to avoid Paris, but at this point it's about 7 hours and a half driving till I get to my first drop-off, but I only have 4 more hours and I do need to take 30 minutes break to get those full 4 hours. Tomorrow is going to be a pretty busy day. I'm going to unload 3 customers and then drive as close as possible to my first drop-off for Thursday. So I'm going to crack on, drive a little bit more, stop somewhere to grab a bite to eat, and then push on some more, and then hopefully find a parking spot, because by the time we're done it's going to be around 9 o'clock in the evening, and finding a parking spot around that time is pretty difficult. A little bit sad because I found the perfect spot at a gas station, perfect parking spot. The trucks around me are just curtain size as well, so they're not making any noise. But it's only for my 30 minutes because if I don't finish my 10 hours today, I'm gonna get in trouble tomorrow to finish all my deliveries, which then makes it difficult for Thursday. And Friday I have to load, and that has to be done in the morning because the guys close at 11:30. It's a 9:15. I worked exactly 15 hours and I just parked up. I was very lucky, found the last parking spots. So yeah, gonna take my 9 hours break. Then tomorrow morning it's a little less than 4 hours to my first delivery in Lyon. Then it's 2 hours to the next one, and then 1 more hour to the last one for tomorrow. And then we're headed towards Toulouse, which is about a 6-hour drive. But my last delivery for tomorrow, I looked on Google Maps to see my deliveries just to be safe. But my last one looks a little bit weird. It's just a normal house, and yeah, it's a small street. You have to go all the way around to get in there, and then I'm gonna have to reverse back out, because if I keep following the street, I'm gonna end up at a bridge of 3.60 meters, and I cannot go under that. So yeah, the address looks a bit weird for 5 roof racks. So I asked my dispatch if in the morning he wants to check if the address is actually correct, or if it's just the address for the invoice or something like that, because we sometimes get that they give a normal house as the address, but that's not the delivery address. So he'll check that in the morning for me. I already had quite a busy morning. I left at 6 o'clock this morning. I drove for 3 hours and a bit. Then I stopped at a gas station. Went to take a shower here. Now it's about an hour drive to do my first delivery. Then 2 hours and a bit to the second, and then 1 more hour to the third one. And then I'm gonna drive my 10 hours so I can head as close as possible to Toulouse. So left at 6, drove my 3 hours, took a 45-minute break here. Took a shower. Had to refill the oil of the truck because that was running a bit low. Had to put a new sticker for the blind corners of a truck, because in France you have to have them, and one of them flew off, so put a new one of them. About to head out, had my shower, bought my morning coffee, so that's also good. Today I don't think I'm gonna film that much, because it's all small things to unload. It's all just roof racks for little vans and cars, so most of the footage you're gonna see today is just me driving, because that's most of what I'm gonna do, just driving. And I'm curious for the last address, because as I mentioned yesterday, it's a small street, so I don't actually trust that that's the address. I did send the guy a text message, he didn't respond yet, but I'll wait a little bit more, and after I do my first 2 and I have to head off to him, I'll give him a call and check what's up. That's the first one of today done. Now it's about 2 hours and a bit driving to the second one. The second one looks like a big shop, so that should be easy, but I'll arrive there a little bit past 1. And as far as I could find on Google, they close from 12 to 2, so yeah, it's France. So long breaks at noon. But I hope, since it's just the one, that somebody's around there, and it's like, yeah, if you just put it there, it's fine. But I'm not sure about that. We'll see when we get there. This one went pretty smoothly. Just parked on the side of the road. And it's funny, because in this driveway you have 2 buildings, and one is a car shop and the other one is like furniture store or antique store, something like that. And my delivery was for the antique store. But since it's a roof rack to put on a car, so I was walking inside with the roof rack, and this old guy came out and he was like, no, not here, it's for the neighbors. So I show him the papers, like, no, this, are you from this? He's like, oh yeah, that's me, yeah, it's for you. Oh, what is it? And I told him, like, yeah, it's something to put on the roof of your car. And I looked at the papers and it said it was for a Volkswagen. And I saw in his driveway 2 Volkswagens standing, so I was like, probably for one of those. He's like, yeah, that's right. Put it inside for him, got a signature, like, that's everything? Like, yep, just this one. Oh, such a big truck for just one. Yep. Happens all the time. kilometers an hour because they have a scanner for the truck, so by the time you get to the gate it should actually be open. And I was going through there at 30 kilometers an hour. It beeped, the thing went open, and then midway opening it stopped. I was very close to hitting it, so I almost took out the barrier of the toll booth. I never had that happen. I've been faster through some toll booths without any issues, but like going 30 and it flew open, halfway there it stopped for a second, and then it kept going. So in that second, yeah, I almost took out the barrier. Very close to the second delivery. I'm in Annecy. I've never been in this region of France before, but I must say it's very beautiful. Anytime I go up a hill or around the corner, there are mountains in the distance. The sun is shining, the fog cleared away. It's still very cold, but inside the truck it's very nice. I did call up my last customer for today in the meantime, and the address they gave me is the wrong address as I was expecting. So he sent me a message with the right address. It's about 5 minutes from the other one, but it's a little industrial site. Way better to go there with a truck. And I've told him that I'll send him a message 30 minutes before I get there, so he can come as well to help me unload. Days like these are the days where I remember why I became a truck driver. When I started I was driving in Belgium, and driving in Belgium it's fine. I was happy to be on the road, but it's just because I can't sit still and I need to be busy and do stuff, and sitting all day in the same building, I can't do that. So driving around was perfect, but then when I became an international driver and I started seeing all these different views, all these other places which I normally wouldn't see, or you can only see when you go on a holiday, and now I actually get paid to go here. That was the last one of the day for unloading. Went pretty smoothly. I'm glad I sent the guy a text message because this address is way better than the other place, and indeed the other place is just for the invoices. No deliveries there, but the sun is starting to come out. It's about 5 degrees, so a lot better than this morning, and you just can't beat the views. Like, I'm unloading and this is the view. And behind the truck there are more mountains with snow on them. Now I'm gonna stay here for 15 more minutes so I can take half an hour break. I still have 3 hours and a bit remaining of my driving time for today. Then my 10 hours are finished. So I'm gonna go as close as possible to Carcassonne because that's the one I have to deliver tomorrow morning. After that we're headed towards Toulouse and then back up towards Paris, doing 2 more deliveries, a pickup, and then, well, Friday is the pickup, and it depends a little bit how tomorrow goes, if we're gonna be home on Friday evening or if it's gonna be Saturday morning. I'm thinking it's gonna be Saturday morning. So this is the drive we have ahead of us. We are standing right here for the moment, just unloaded. and now we're gonna go all the way down here to Carcassonne. After that, headed towards Toulouse, and then a little bit up here and around here somewhere is our loading place for Friday morning. Driving for an hour and a half. Still have an hour and a half to go, and take the 10 hours for the day completely finished. Today I managed to park up at a gas station with a restaurant, so I'm gonna go look if the restaurant's open so I can grab a bite to eat. It's 6 o'clock. I'm gonna take my 11 hours today. That way tomorrow and Friday I still have 15 hours if it's necessary, or I can take my 9 hours rest, because Friday I have to be at the loading space in the morning. Tomorrow for deliveries, looks like a pretty busy day. It's still 4 hours driving to do my first drop off, so I'll arrive there at 9 o'clock. They open at 8:30. Good morning. I slept way better than it yesterday, even for being a very busy parking. It was very calm this night. Now it's about a 3-hour drive to the first drop-off. The first drop-off is just a big garage, so no problems. The second one is a home address, but I already checked. The address is correct. It's a dead-end street, but it doesn't look too bad to get into. Third address is a big garage, and the fourth one also a big garage. And my last customer closes at 7 o'clock tonight. So you have plenty of time. Around 9 o'clock we should arrive at the first one. So let's head out. Decided to make a stop before I do my first delivery. In about 5 kilometers there's a gas station where I can take a shower, so I'm planning on doing that, because the rest of the day I'm not quite sure if I'm gonna have the time to do it or if I'm gonna have a place to do it. Got my shower, also got my morning coffee, and days like this it kind of feels like being on a holiday. You know, I stop here at a gas station. You have the parking spaces for the trucks, but once you get off the parking space for the trucks, it's surrounded with trees, there's benches, there's tables. It kind of feels like you're camping. Then inside the gas station, everybody's very friendly here in France. The shower was just cleaned, so that was perfectly, it's also free. And then I come outside, and instead of directly looking to where the trucks are, I look to the other side of the highway, and I see in the distance just these massive mountains. And yeah, days like these, I like days like this very much. If you're a truck driver, let me know in the comments down below. Are you a person who likes to shower in the morning, or are you someone who likes to shower in the evening? Most people I know as a truck driver like to shower in the evening, because they find that they're dirty after working and they want to go to bed clean. I'm the person who needs a shower to wake up and actually start my day. Very quickly, so I'm going to Carcassonne to deliver, but not to the center. We're going to an industrial site right outside the center. And as you can see, my GPS is telling me it's 43 kilometers and I'm going to do 1 hour about it. But this whole section, I don't know why he's doing this, but I looked on Google Maps. So I'm coming from here, going off, then all the way around, and then I come back here from the bottom to take this exit. And I'm not quite sure why, because this entrance to the industrial site is not the right entrance. I looked on Street View and this is a very small street. So what you're supposed to do is go off the highway, do this roundabout, and instead of this exit up, take the next one to a small roundabout, and then you come in the industrial site from here. And I don't know why, but this GPS and the TomTom both say different things. but they all do very weird stuff and they all want to come in from that small street. And I looked on Google Maps, I looked on Street View, there's no sign saying trucks not allowed, there's no height restrictions, nothing. So I think for this instance I'm gonna trust on Google Maps, follow the arrows to the industrial sites, and that should work out. But like I say in every video, don't blindly trust your GPS, because if I follow Google Maps it's gonna be 20 minutes, if I follow this it's gonna be an hour. That's a big difference if you only have 9 hours to drive. First one of the day is unloaded, and it's a good thing I didn't follow the GPSs, because as the guys here, for the moment I'm with my nose pointed to where the GPS was telling me I should come out of to get here. So I asked the guys, like, is this a possibility to go away from there or completely not? And he's like, nope, that's gonna be a dead end when you do it with a truck. So now the issue I have is that I have to reverse onto a roundabout. I was gonna say it's a pretty calm street here, but while trying to do this I already saw 3 cars going behind me, and the cars are not gonna wait because they don't understand what you're doing, because who goes onto a roundabout in reverse? Now I'm just gonna have to follow the same way back as which I came in here, because the GPSs still don't know that this is a good way to do it. Now it's about an hour to the next customer. I'm gonna give him a phone call to let him know I'm gonna be there in an hour, because he asked me to give him a call today, because it's in a residential area, it's just a normal house, and he told me he's probably not gonna be home. So if I give him a call at least half an hour in advance, he's gonna make sure he's home to help me unload. This one was definitely the most difficult address of the day, but we did it, it worked out. So I didn't get to go all the way to his house because it's a dead-end street, and in the middle of the street there's a roundabout for some reason. I honestly don't know why there's a roundabout, because it's a dead-end street and you can just go straight in the roundabout, so I'm not sure why that's there. But I figured I'll just back into the street, because there's also a bunch of low-hanging trees, and I'd rather put my trailer through the branches of the trees than put the truck itself through them, because the trailer is a little bit more sturdy, and yeah, the branches can do less damage to the trailer. So I was backing up, then I came to the roundabout, discovered that that wasn't going to happen. But while I was backing up, there was a van riding in front of me, and I figured, I called the guy, he was gonna be here at that time. Might be him. So I stopped right before the roundabout. He was like, yep, it's me. Took it together, brought it to his house, and he was very happy. He told me the service was just perfect. The message yesterday for checking if the address is correct. Today to meet up. Everything perfect. Thank you very much for delivery. And it's just things like that which make this job so much nicer to do. You know, coming to people and they're friendly and they appreciate what you do, and they know it's not that easy. It just makes it so rewarding, and it makes it so much more fun to do. third one is also done. Now about a 3-hour drive to do my last delivery of the day. "30 minutes ago, while I was on the road, it started snowing. Now I stopped at a gas station to take my 30-minute break, and the sun came out, and it's nice and sunny, and it's warming up. So I don't know what the weather is doing today, but it's pretty weird." How is this still work? Like, the views out here are just amazing. The sun is shining, it's warming up outside, it's almost 10 degrees. Beginning of January. I'm really enjoying myself doing this. I like driving roads like this. Yeah, I don't know, how can this be, how am I paid to do this? This trip is just perfect for me. In comparison to my last time I went to France and I got stuck in the snow, and to the weather it was in Belgium and the work I was doing there, this is amazing. I said already, but I could do this anytime. Every week I could do a job like this. Last one is unloaded. Now it's back to the highway. It's about 4 hours to my pickup tomorrow morning. They open at 7:30, so I'll try and get that by 7:30 tomorrow morning. I still have 1 hour of driving time left, so around 4 o'clock today it's gonna be finished for me, which is a bit early, but it's perfect for finding a parking space. Then tomorrow I'm gonna load, head back towards Belgium, but I'm not gonna be able to make it home, so I'll have another night out, and then Saturday I'll come back home. The roads here are absolutely stunning. The only downside is that they're very narrow and very windy, so you can't really go too fast, and you can't enjoy the scenery that much, because cars coming from the other side, that's fine, but when there's a truck from the other side, it gets a little bit difficult to pass. But it's doable, but it's narrow. I'm parked up for the night. It's still a 3-hour drive to my pickup. So at this point, I'm very sure I'm not gonna be able to make it home tomorrow. So it's gonna be another night out in the truck. I guess I ran out of luck. I just arrived here for loading. They open at 7:30. It's now almost 8 o'clock. I just went to check in and they told me it's gonna be 2.5 more hours before everything is finished and they can start loading. I wanted to head over Paris today to be very close to home tomorrow, but that's not gonna happen anymore because by the time I get to Paris it's gonna be in the middle of rush hour. So I found a parking spot a little bit before Paris. If I can leave now, I'll be there at 3:15, so that's pretty early, but when I get there, my first driving time is gonna be over anyway, so then I had to stand still there for 45 minutes. After that, it's 4 o'clock, and at 4 o'clock I don't have to try and get over Paris because I'll just stand in traffic for my last 2 driving hours of the day. So I'd rather stop a little bit early, leave very early in the morning to get home on Saturday. After 4 hours of waiting, they finally loaded me 4 pallets, but big pallets, so the truck is almost full. Loading went smoothly, that was only 15 minutes. I'm still annoyed that I had to wait for 4 hours. If the load's not ready, just let us know or be honest. Don't tell me it's gonna be 2 hours and then constantly tell me it's almost ready, it's almost ready. If it's not ready, just tell me it's 4 hours. Because now I'm kinda stuck, because if it's almost ready, I'm not gonna make something to eat, I'm not gonna try and sleep a little bit. You're just stuck there scrolling on your phone waiting for it to be finished. So that was annoying. But anyway, now I'm headed towards Paris. Right before the Ring of Paris, I'm gonna stop, take my night's rest. Tomorrow morning, bright and early, I'm gonna go over the Ring of Paris and make sure to get home. Normally when I'm gonna stop from there, it should only be 3.5 hours, maximum 4 hours to go home. So that can be done in one driving time tomorrow morning. But the rest of the way is pretty boring. These goods are going to the customer who's very close to my house, where we picked up a few loads on Monday. So that's all pretty easy. Driving there also pretty easy. From now on it's just highways all the way back to home. So I'm gonna end the video here because the rest is pretty boring. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of my trucking content, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next one.